Fans burn Labubu toys, fear they resemble demon Pazuzu, sparking lively debate in China. And it's happening here, where people are claiming, conservatives, that Labubus are demonic. And I don't think they're literally demonic, but there are conservatives that are burning Labubus because they think it's Pazuzu. But it is cringe demonic in the figurative sense that women are replacing, they're like Mary Morgan talks about this. The desire to have babies has been replaced by these little gremlin dolls and cats.
That's
and
weird.
Cats.
That's weird. So
Very
they want
weird.
a gremlin doll instead of having a child.
I mean, it's cringe. But you know what's really funny too? Remember when women were buying those thermoses?
Oh yeah,
What were those things called?
the Stanley cups. Yeah.
Stanley Cups. When I first heard that women wanted a Stanley Cup, I was like an NHL thing? I was like, isn't that what you get when you win this? Isn't that what it is?
My first thought was
Stanley Cup.
My first thought was the tool manufacturing company Stanley, because they make tool. There's a company made called Stanley.
Don't they also make those cups?
I don't know. Are they the
Yeah,
same
same
company?
company,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
all right, okay.
The Stanley Cup was NHL, and I was like, women really love hockey, I guess. And then I was like, oh, they're just fighting each other and beating each other in the face because they want a cup?
Cup. Yeah.
What? What's going on with women, dude? Labubus? Stanley Cups?
I think it's just something that they use as an excuse to be pissed off at each other.
I think it's a replacement for personality. It's like, oh, you don't have any depth to your personality. Oh, I have a big jug of water that I drink from. Oh, look at these. What are they? Little collectible dolls, essentially.
Yeah, they're gremlins.
Little gremlin dolls.
You know why? Why they say that women like cats so much, and that childless women have like a bunch of cats? Because cats trigger something similar in the human mind that babies do by having big eyes and little faces.
Neonoteny.
Is that what it's called? What is it called?
Neonoteny.
Neonoteny. Oh, I get it. Like neo, like baby. Yeah.
I do think there's a weird trend of people in their 20s and 30s getting a dog to sort of replace that urge, I think, to take care of something. Especially in New York, dog parks are full of young women with their puppies. I don't know, maybe looking for mates or maybe just
I think
filling the void with a dog.
While conservatives would say that Labubus are demonic and they're symbols of Pazuzu, I would actually just argue that this, along with all the other phenomenon, is figuratively demonic in that humans are no longer having babies and fertility is not recovering. Aside from the fact that fertility isn't recovering, smaller generations beget smaller generations. So if the fertility rate of millennials is 1.5, right?
Yeah, you need 2.1.
Indeed. Then millennials are going to make 60 million. Well, actually, the fertility rate of millennials was 1, which is insane. That is, there's 80 million millennials and 40 million Gen Alpha. So millennials, who are largely having the Gen Alpha, had only 1 kid. Fertility is still dropping. So when Gen Alpha comes of age in the next several years, so maybe in 5 to 10 years is when they'll start reaching the age of having kids. I think the oldest Gen Alpha is 15. So in about 5 years, you're going to have 20-year-olds. If their fertility rate drops even lower, 40 million, then the next generation. So you're going to have Gen Z next, and their fertility rate is dropping. So Gen Alpha will be 40 million. Then Gen Beta is going to be 25 million. And what comes after Beta? Delta? Charlie? Well, but I don't know if they're going by the...
Oh, they're not going by... Okay.
The phonetic alphabet.
So it'll be Delta.
Would it be Delta? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then Generation Delta is going to be, what, 10 million? And then we're going to be living in small villages, and every major city will have collapsed. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, it's this phenomenon we're really seeing across the first world, and pretty much everywhere but Nigeria and India, I believe, are struggling with this issue. And how it plays out is going to be fascinating because in 50 years, most of the planet will be Nigerians and Indians. I believe there's one other African country that does have that population curve like that. So unless there is some resurgence of seemingly religious people, I don't really know where this is heading because I think it's the Amish right now that are particularly one of the only groups that are really increasing in population. It's religious people who have more children.
Have to outlaw birth control.
It's Gamma, then Delta.
Gamma.
Okay.
Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta. Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Omega.
Outlaw birth control, outlaw abortion.
And
Doesn't matter.
Democrats' solution to this is immigration, by the way. And the Republicans, it seems, are struggling to get an answer to how to deal with this problem.
But what if we banned Labubus just because I hate them?
I mean,
You could say the right's answer is banning abortion and access to abortion to try to produce more babies.
I just said
Or
Yeah, you just said
forced birth.
Nah, now you get
Yeah.
into yeah, no.
Yeah, like Handmaid's Tale.
yeah.
You know.
I was just gonna say,
You know what's funny about Handmaid's Tale? Is it Handmaiden's Tale?
handmaids.
Handmaids.
Yeah, I think it's handmaids.
You know what's really funny is like the premise of that story is that civilization has completely collapsed and humans are about to go extinct, and the women are angry that they have to have kids. It's like, well, you can go extinct, I guess. Like, what would you expect any species to do? Any intelligent species facing extinction is going to be like, we have no choice. We have to have
Reproduce.
kids. And they were like, no, you can't make me. And it's like, then we all die. What?
I do think that women do invest more into having children than men do. Obviously, they make a lot more sacrifices. And on a societal level, I think we need to put women on a pedestal and sort of praise them for the sacrifices they make for
Would you make the argument that we don't currently put women on a pedestal?
I think we've been pushing the idea of equality way too much, and we're truly not equal between the genders. So so long as we continue to push equality, then no, we're really not.
Hold on, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay. I was wondering if you're a Gen Z or millennial. So you're
No,
You're a millennial.
I'm like in between.
You're a millennial.
You're millennial.
Yeah, you're a millennial.
I feel washed up. I feel really
Young
old.
millennial.
Very young millennial.
I feel
like,
old.
I feel very old. Yeah.
But what the heck did that say about me?
You look like you're in better shape than I am, though. So I'll give that. At least you got that.
It's true. It's true.
At least you got that going.
So I think that if you're saying the government should have policies that incentivize children and incentivize men and women staying together and incentivize families, I think that I'm with you, because I've said that a bunch of times on the show. We shouldn't have policies that favor LGBTQ families or alternative families or whatever. You know, we shouldn't be centering the margins. We should be focusing on normal families.
Traditional nuclear families,
men and women and kids. And there should be significant benefits that the government provides.
Child tax credits.
I don't think
Sure,
it should be
that's
a
great.
government-oriented program. I think it needs to be a cultural thing. I think if you're trying to have government
but see, the
increase your birth
government-
rates, then you're
But the
fighting a
government,
losing battle.
the government came in and Lyndon Johnson and destroyed the black family. And I mean, that cannot be debated. When you're saying that the government is going to give checks to women for having children out of wedlock, now you see all the problems you have within the inner city communities. Look, I was born in 1961. And that time, the black family was somewhere, traditional nuclear black family was somewhere between 75 to 77%. Today, that's 24%. And so you already have had government programs that have done everything to undermine the traditional nuclear family. And look at the adverse, just degenerate effects that it has had in so many ways. So, I mean, I just think that we should not have a government that seeks to undermine the family.
Yeah.
But we should definitely say that we want everybody knows that a kid that has that mother and father, that stable home, has a better chance of success in our country. That's what we should be focused on.
Since 1973, the year that the Roe v. Wade decision was made, there have been 63.6 million abortions. Yeah. That is the government incentivizing abortion.
25 million in the black community.
It's allowing people access to abortion. I don't think is incentivizing abortion.
If the government pays for it.
Well, I don't think is the government paying for most
$535 million a year will go into Planned Parenthood. Donald Trump has tried to take that away, and guess what? Planned Parenthood and leftist lawyers are suing.
And they got an injunction.
They got an injunction.
I mean, listen, policies that exist are the government incentivizing. When the government decriminalizes marijuana, should that happen? That incentivizes people to start marijuana businesses. Because people want to start businesses.
But that's incentivizing in the sense
neutral. I would say that when obvious government incentives is when they tax certain things to try and dissuade people from doing it. So
I don't think that applies.
But then they subsidize other things, and then you get more of that.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a government issue. It's an issue for the government, but I don't think it's an issue that the government can fix. If you think the government could geoengineer us increasing our birth rates, it's not going to work out. China's been struggling with it. I don't think so. I think it needs to be a cultural issue. Well, they're not doing it. They're not. Every government around
correct.
But
which government is
Brazil.
successful in their efforts to? How so?
They subsidized drama TV programs like soap operas that women were heavily influenced by, and they made the characters have babies, and women all of a sudden wanted to have babies. It's kind of like how people were saying if Taylor Swift decides to have a kid, tons of young women are all going to start having kids.
I didn't know it was so simple. We just need to make telenovelas of women getting pregnant all the time, and that's Taylor Swift needs to get pregnant.
Elaad. They're buying Labubus and fighting for cups because people told them to on TikTok. Okay, so if Taylor Swift comes out and says y'all should have babies, they'll do that too.
I think that's oversimplistic and not.
No one said it's absolute, but the trend is
what
real.
I will tell you is that if you looked at the trend of culture was once upon a time you saw mommies and daddies raising kids. I mean, even the show Good Times. You remember the show Good Times? You guys show him Good Times. I mean, they were in government housing. But you still had a mother and father. You remember, Dynamite? You remember that?
I'm sorry.
In Florida.
Yeah, but that's what you had. The Cosby Show. Let's not talk about Cosby later on. But the Cosby Show. The Cosby Show. Yes, he couldn't swim. But the Cosby Show showed a successful, family. Or you look at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, this kid gets taken out of a bad situation, bad neighborhood, and he comes to a successful black family, his uncle, and he's thriving. And now what do you see on TV? I mean, I get sick of it. All of the shows on HBO, they're all gang banging.
Sorry, did you see the episode of Fresh Prince when Will is talking about how his dad abandoned him?
Yeah, I remember.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
And he's all pissed off and he's like acting out. And then Phil gives him a hug and he's like, why don't my dad want me, man? But Uncle Phil was there for him. That show was awesome.
It was awesome.
Not to mention Carlton's dance. Dude.
But I mean,
legendary.
But those are the type of things where culture was promoting a certain aspect of our society. Then all of a sudden, Hollywood and everybody else, the ideology shifted, and you look at the shows. I mean, look, I loved Married with Children. I loved but Al Bundy was a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember growing up seeing shows where the men were knuckleheads.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.